Hey there, explorers. Welcome to Curious Sparks, the show where we dive into the coolest, most exciting topics that you love, like monster trucks and yeah, even Barbie dolls. Yep, it's all here. So here's how it works. Each episode is like a mini adventure. We uncover fun stories, discover amazing facts, and honestly, just explore together. And, well, I'm your guide on this wild ride. You can call me Max Velocity. But wait, did you know? Curious Sparks is all about you. That's right. Every time you tune in, you're helping me on this journey of discovery. Isn't it cool to think of yourself as part of this adventure? So, ready to ignite that curiosity and dive in? Let's go. No holding back.
All right, kiddos. Have you ever thought about what makes a city tick? I mean, they're kind of like living machines. Every single part, every road, every building, every park has a job to do, just like parts in a giant machine. Pretty cool, huh? Now, let's rewind a bit. Cities have come a long way from the very first ones. Imagine this. Back in ancient Rome, they had super impressive roads and forums where people would gather and, chat or do business. Oh, and they even had a fancy sanitation system to carry away dirty water. That's some next-level engineering for why back then, right? But wait, here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that some of the oldest cities were designed in a circle? Yeah, it helped them use space really smartly. Kind of makes me want to rethink how we build things today. But more on that later. Speaking of building, let me tell you about the time little Max came up with an entire city idea. I was like 6 years old, and I made this cardboard model that I named Imaginetown. It had everything I thought a city should have. Tons of parks, streets where everyone used hoverboards, even an ice cream shop on every corner. Oh, and I gave every building rainbow roofs. I mean, why not, right? Now it's your turn. If you could design your dream city, what would it look like? Would it have epic tree houses for houses? Or maybe there'd be flying buses? Take a moment to imagine it. What would make your city totally awesome? Okay, back to the grown-up version of city design. Because here's the thing. What we plan for a city really affects how it feels to live there. Think about it. Does having a big park nearby make a place feel more peaceful? Or do too many crowded streets make it feel kind of stressful? It's all about balance, isn't it? And that balance, that's exactly what city planners have to figure out. It's like solving this gigantic puzzle of people, buildings, and space. All right, now that we've talked about how cities are giant puzzles, let's dive into just how important they really are. Did you know cities aren't just places where people live? They're like hubs for everything. Jobs, schools, movies, cool inventions, you name it. Take New York City, for example. Ever heard of Broadway? It's basically the world's most famous place for live theater. Or how about Wall Street? That's where huge financial stuff happens all the time. And oh, tech. Some mind-blowing inventions have come out of New York too. It's like a melting pot where so many amazing things come together. You see, cities have this superpower where people and ideas connect, creating stuff we use every day. You're probably listening to this podcast on a phone or tablet, right? Guess what? There's a good chance parts of it were designed by engineers or innovators working in cities. But there's more. Have you noticed that cities usually pop up near resources like rivers, coastlines, or even major roads? That's not an accident. A long time ago, people built cities near these spots to make trading and getting supplies way easier. I mean, imagine walking miles for water? Wouldn't make much sense, right? Okay, quick poll for you. What's the busiest, coolest spot in your town? Maybe it's a big park where people have picnics, or maybe there's a mall everyone goes to. Why do you think those places are so lively? Jot that down in your mental notebook. I want to hear your theories someday. Speaking of lively spots, here's a fun nugget from Tokyo, Japan. They have vending machines everywhere, even in apartment buildings. You could grab a snack or even a full meal in just seconds. Can you imagine? That sounds too good to be true, right? Oh, and hey, did you know Paris is nicknamed the City of Light? There's a whole story behind it. Back in the 17th century, they actually lit up streets with lanterns to make the city safer. Pretty genius for their time, huh? And well, it kind of makes the whole place feel a bit magical. So yeah, cities aren't just buildings slapped together. They're full of life, ideas, and honestly, they make living on planet Earth super exciting. All right, so we've talked about how awesome cities can be, full of lights, inventions, and bustling energy. But you know what? Cities aren't perfect. Nope, they come with challenges, especially as they grow bigger and bigger. For starters, think about pollution. Have you seen pictures of cities covered by a thick gray fog? That's not just regular fog, it's called smog. and it happens when lots of cars and factories release gases into the air. Kinda scary, huh? And speaking of cars, traffic jams. You sit there, cars honking, nothing moving. Ever been stuck in one of those? Yeah, not fun. Oh, and let me tell you about the time I tried creating my own miniature city model. It was for a school science fair. I added these tiny houses, trees, and roads to make it all fancy. But guess what happened? During the demo, I poured way too much water through the drainage system. And well, my city flooded. Totally soaked. Turns out, cities need things like careful drainage planning, or big problems can happen in real life too. Lesson learned. But let me ask you something. If your city had a huge traffic jam or not enough parks, what would you do to fix it? Would you add more buses and trains? Or, what about something cool, like building parks above the streets? Imagine running around a park that's actually on top of a highway. Mind-blowing, right? Actually, there's a city that did something like that. In Seoul, South Korea, there used to be this big highway causing lots of pollution. They tore it down and replaced it with a beautiful park. Now, there are trees, birds, and clean air where cars used to be. Pretty inspiring, huh? It shows that with some creative thinking, we can make cities better places for everyone. So here's the deal. Cities are like puzzles, remember? But just when you think you've solved it, the puzzle changes. That's why we need clever ideas from future city planners, like you, to keep improving. Who knows, maybe someday you'll design a city that's bustling, clean, and totally awesome to live in. And on that note, that's all for today's adventure. Thanks for exploring with me, and hey, don't stop imagining what the world could look like. Until next time, keep that spark alive.